Leo, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. My name is Michelle. Welcome, everybody. I'm happy that you found my channel. This is a message for Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign, Leo energy. And so even if you're not a Leo birthday, why are you being called to this read? Because it's yours. Because you could have very significant Leo placements in your chart that are being triggered right now and you don't even realize it. But I realize it. And it's here because it's meant to be here. And there's something in this message that you need to hear at the time that it comes to you. And so, Leo, this is where your message begins. Oh, wow. Oh, that's got a shiver up my spine. You might have to face your shadow this week. Not a bad thing. There's always tremendous growth that comes from facing your shadow, that comes from facing the dark. And I always love this card because you see in the middle of his dark feathers, there's light. There's light at the heart. And really at the heart, this is magical energy. This is exceptionally magical energy because the dark, the crow represents that dark, that light comes out of. So it's the anything, it's the infinitely possible, right? Darkness isn't negative. It's not bad. It is infinitely possible. It's undefined. And so there is this energy of you need a lot of faith to deal with this energy. You need a lot of connection to spirit to deal with this energy. You need to follow your heart because something isn't clear on the outside. And remember, when I talk about your heart, I'm not talking about your feelings, Leo. I'm talking about the voice of God that speaks inside of you. Your heart is the megaphone for God, God's self. And it speaks to you all the time in a language that you're capable of hearing if you'll listen. And you rule the heart chakra. So Leo, you are, this is your blessing in life, being born a Leo or having Leo energy. The blessing is that you are so in tune with that voice that you don't even hesitate to listen to it because you rule that space. That's what Leo is. Leo is the la cour, the heart. The courage comes from here because it comes from God. And so crow spirit is here. Co-create with spirit. You're being called. You're going to get a huge spiritual calling. And it's not even going to make sense. You know, crow is dark. It's mysterious. It's scary. It scares a lot of people. People think it's bad luck or whatever. It's not. It's mystical. It's magical. And it's wise because it doesn't try to be anything but what it is, which is a conduit for spirit itself. It's not an energy that takes authority over anything specifically. It just connects with the divine, with the source. So this is a magical week for you, but you're going to have to face some scary stuff, some stuff inside of you that you're going to have to find that courage inside of you so you can let it out and really get through it. So we're going to get through this week. And so we're going to get through all of this to just understand how this is playing out for you. Leo, remember, when I divide this deck, there are going to be cards that fall out. And I'm just going to leave them where they lay. It's because it's meant to be. It's meant to be part of the reading. If you want your own personal reading, I actually provide those. I know a lot of readers on here don't, but I do. And so, Leo, head to my website if you're looking for a personal reading, www.bornwithoutboundariestarot.com, and you can book and schedule whatever service works for you at the time that it's convenient for you. And I promise to have those readings back to you within 24 hours of whatever day you booked, and sooner if I have the time, if I can, because I know you guys need your messages. If you haven't subscribed, maybe you just found me, welcome. Please do subscribe to the channel. Support the channel, help it grow. And then be sure to ring that notification bell so that and select all notifications so that you get notified when I go live, because I do free public tarot card readings on here. And if you'd like to participate in those, please remember to subscribe. Okay, Leo. We're almost done. Okay, after I'm finished dividing the deck, I'm just gonna ring a little bit of a sound bowl to clarify with sound energy, just to clarify the energy. I do a lot of reading, so it's better to do this in the beginning. You're gonna hear a little bit of a ring. Hold on. Let's see if anything else comes out for Leo right now in the past. So there's a situation here where at one point in your life, maybe not too long ago, you were very certain of. Maybe you were independent, right? You were single, or you were going it alone, right? Just, this is Aries spirit, be fearless and bold, sort of like blazing that trail for yourself, right? Not needing anybody else's approval. That sense of head on, confronting something, or even battling something, being angry with something, maybe being very confrontational, but definitely being very like insistent on something. Okay, so this is impacting something that's happening here. Is co-create with spirit. You go from a place of doing it all for you, and being self-motivated and self, not necessarily selfish, but self, just paving that path to now co-create with spirit. So there is a progress here toward much more spirituality, a sense of connectivity to God, to the universe. Not just doing it all for you anymore, doing it because you know. And when I say the right thing to do, I'm not talking about ethics that are invented by humans. I'm talking about morals. I'm talking about goodness. I'm talking about, I don't want to do it alone anymore. I want to give it to God. I've got to trust that this is the way, this is the direction forward. Let's see what flips out here. Clear out the clutter. This week, my friends, you're going to level up, but you've got to clear space. So Cancer's got a similar kind of energy, very important energy for them. This is Cancerian energy. I can't overstate this, my friends. Clear out the clutter. It's time to let some shit go. I mean, and that's literal. That's saying you got to get rid of or keep clearing out old spaces, old clothes, old whatever. Would clear out the garage. Physically actually start to empty out the stuff you do not need, because that's going to make it easier to let go of the even deeper stuff, which is the emotional baggage that you've been carrying. We don't realize it, but energy attaches to physical stuff. And so getting rid of that physical stuff is a beautiful and very easy way to facilitate emotional release. Like, let that shit go. Like, actually just get it out of your house, get it out of your space. Stop sharing space with it. So it's actually a very productive and beneficial thing to do for you this week. You're going to get rid of it. Why? Because you don't need it anymore. Frog is not tadpole, right? Frog is, I'm ready to jump. I'm ready to move. I'm ready to move forward with this, right? And I can't be holding on to what I used to need, right? Frog used to need, and it still needs water and stuff, but I can't keep holding on to what I used to think was valuable. It's not valuable anymore. Oh, I love this. You are never alone. So there is connectivity here. There is letting go and releasing, maybe letting go and releasing old relationship issues so that you can connect deeper to who really cares about you, right? This sense of the stuff that I used to feel in the past. I gotta get a feeling of security at this point, knowing that I am not alone. And this is 11, right? 6 + 5 = 11. There's this beautiful energy of, I gotta just trust this great mystery. that God's guiding me into, something that I can just dive. It's almost like by the end of the week, it's saying you're going to be able to dive, just dive deep into what you already know is right, but you got to clear out the clutter and let it just do some house cleaning this week, literal and figurative and emotional. That's going to help you just really reach the space that you want to be in, that you're ready to be in, which is total and complete abandonment to your spiritual purpose, your spiritual future, your happiness. So let's get into the 7-day play-by-play. Let's see how all this plays out. Leo, I'm going to pull the 7th day first. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of how this week winds up. Leo, how does this week end up? This has actually never happened before. We only got 2 cards. Okay, so let's do the day-by-day, play-by-play. That's 7th day. We got to go into day 1 to see where we all begin. You're stuck on something. That's where you start the week. Contemplative, cocoon, so the primordial state, which would relate to this card as tadpole, this sense of kind of like preparing, being prepared, but still hung up. Might have been hung up for about a year. Yeah. And then we have, but you needed the rest. It's almost like reflect upon what you've learned in this time where there hasn't been much movement. What has it showed you? What has it taught you? And it's almost like also physically and intellectually tie up those loose ends. Tie up those loose ends. And then Leo, you're about to declare your freedom after you do so. So we have Queen of Wands stepping out, which certainly could represent you. This is the energy of certain about yourself, certain about your power and your passion, sharing it, distributing it, showing it, arriving and letting people know about it, and being really well received for it. This is the time to announce something and be seen after a long time in your cocoon, or a decision is made somehow in your favor, something that you had been waiting on for a while. So we begin in a really good place. There's inspiration to get out of that stuck spot. And then we have the 2 of Swords. There's still some conflict though that has to be, so in other words, your inspiration comes first, and that's really beautiful. Like God is really saying, I'm going to show you the good stuff. I'm not tempting you with it. This is the real good stuff. But then day 2 is still unanswered questions. There's still some ambiguity about some stuff, maybe blindsided by a lot of these issues that have to be addressed. That's okay. This is what we clear. Good. It's like the clutter is approaching you personally so that you can get rid of it. It's like the old crap in your closet is leaping out at you so that you can get rid of it. Don't, it's going to fall on you this week. Don't bother putting it back in the closet. Start putting it into boxes and ship it off to the Goodwill. And now you have a clean closet. So even that confrontation that happens day 2, oh, something is over, something is done. When it comes out in reverse, this could also mean something to do with an actual physical death that you've been dealing with. So there's a sense of real loss that comes. Could this be day 2? Yeah, I think it's that you're finally having to deal with some of that baggage that's falling out that maybe you hadn't dealt with. Because this is, I'm going to clarify. That's really important to clarify. Scorpionic energy in reverse. What is that? What is it exactly? Something has definitely ended or finished. The 3 of Swords. There's a heartbreak here. That's, you know what, that's good, because that's telling me what's over, what's finished, what is never coming back again is the heartbreak. It's the heartbreak. Something is really done and over for you. It's kind of when you arrive to the point of apathy. You know, when, I don't know if you've ever been through this, but like if you have an ex, not to say that this is just romantic, but to say like if you ever had an ex that you just couldn't get over, and then one day you were, and it was really over, and you could see them out with anybody else, and you could hear they're getting married, and you're like, I don't care. Like, it really, you could. This, it's not even like, oh, I could be happy for them. It's like somebody was talking about a stranger, right? That's it. Like something is done, and it was something that was causing a lot of heartbreak, or this reflects an ending to a situation that was causing you a lot of heartache, or this ending causes you a lot of heartache, and then it just brings clarity. So what about day 3? We have the King of Pentacles, which is solid energy of ruling yourself, completing yourself, being the boss of yourself. Maybe there's new options on the table here, trying something different, trying something new. It won't be without its complications, though, because look, the devil's sitting right on top of it. It's like there's such a beautiful way forward here, but then there's fear, right? This sense of, oh, I want to move forward, but then fear, right? I'm moving toward victory and success, and everybody's happy, and then all of a sudden the devil comes in to say, stop. How about fuck you? Unless, of course, you're dealing with a Capricorn. That could be them. Because it seems like there's this energy of somebody thought something was going to move forward and it was going to be great, and then there's blocks here. Why is the devil here? 10 of Pentacles. There's abundance here. There's a lot of money, maybe even something financial. And that could be some sort of restrictions, almost like you know something is really valuable, or because something is really valuable. Ace of Swords, 4 of Swords is here. This is all clarity. You were waiting for something. There were financial restrictions on you. Or you thought that you had to wait because of these financial restrictions, but keep moving forward, slow and steady. Allow this to play out, because honestly, that's where you got to go in faith. And combat the reality and say, don't tell me what's real. I'm about to make reality. Because this is finding the way forward in a situation that felt like somebody was kind of trying to shut you down or impossible, okay? Day 4, we have the King of Cups here, taking mastery over your emotions, a sense of certainty in the self, and happiness. It's almost like you're finding happiness with your family, but there's also a lot of burdens that you didn't recognize or realize. Wow. It's almost like on the outside you're very happy, but on the inside there's some burdens that you can't keep up with. Or there's just a lot that somebody is dealing with here and they're keeping it to themselves. This is the Moon card. It's like there's illusion here with regards to, look, I'm doing so much, or thinking I'm doing so much to keep up this happiness. But there's more burdens than maybe the person is letting on, or they're behaving like it's harder for them than it actually is. Please clarify the presence of the Moon card here. Page of Swords. No, clarify, please. Five of Pentacles. Okay. Maybe it comes out where somebody finally discusses some sort of financial burden, but now there seems to be clarity. Something has been cleared up. It's almost like in some ways somebody is acting like there's burdens here, but they haven't completely told you that they're gone. Or they haven't told you the full extent of what they are, but they're actually gone. They're not there anymore. Because the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. So there's just this sense of, I've invested, I've made a decision to invest, but at the same time it's going harder than I thought it would. And then you have this energy of wanting to maintain this level of happiness. It's like you care about something so much, you're working your butt off for it. And I don't think it's as bad as it seems for somebody. But let's move on to day 5. You're getting a hold of control over a situation where somebody was really trying to stab at you and get back at you. There's a lot of that. That's where the heartbreak is too. It's almost like somebody was trying to like get at you and take your money or take your resources. And there's a lot of heartbreak here with regards to it, regards to destabilization. This sense of, I want to control this situation and I'm trying to control you through this situation. Maybe somebody feels like maybe somebody's hiding money. Or somebody was disappointed in somebody else and made decisions to hold on to control of resources. Ooh, all of this is coming out. So, okay, Leo, how does this resolve itself? Well, we're going to get to day 7, but what's day 6? Like appreciation coming to you, validation, opportunities, a new start, a new way forward, opportunity that you like. On the other side of this heartbreak, it's almost like things can finally start moving after the congestion. It's like you wanted to do something and now you finally have the investment or the attention or the ability to do it. Because you thought things were over on day 4, or there's some sort of control or restriction here that is hurting you. What? Let's get a moon card. A win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra, and what do you need to release? Waning moon. You got to let go of some of these burdens that you don't have to carry anymore. And then what you need to do is let the cosmic scales balance themselves out. Can you please just clarify really quickly, God? What is this all about? It's about Queen of Pentacles. It's about opportunity. It's about value. It's about holding that value in your hand. It could be about a feminine earth sign. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. And then what is Leo supposed to do? Let's get to these cards. I'm going to take you over to the extended, guys. The link is down below in the description box. I've pinned it to the top of the comment section. Something wasn't fair. Something wasn't right. It's like somebody wants to hold on to their money. This sense of somebody felt taken advantage of in a way. Like somebody else was controlling everything. And somebody just wants to take that back. And once that happens and once things equal out, things will be fine again. There was this energy of distrust, maybe because of what had happened in the past or whatever. Once you let that go and you let these reins go and you trust or decide to trust the situation, decide to trust this person, you allow it to be something different than whatever it was that hurt you before. And in doing so, really change everything. Let's go to the extended. We'll get day 7 and we're going to continue this message. I'll see you guys there, or you can just check out my Vimeo feed, Born Without Boundaries Tarot, over on Vimeo. Click on this same thumbnail. I'll see you guys there.